Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Project LIS. My name is Sumit Kumar Ambastha, and in today's video we are going to talk about roadmap to become business analyst. So, what we are going to discuss, if you are working in any of the industry, any of the job role, and if you have the aspiration to become business analyst, then this video is for you. This video will help you to understand what is business analysis process and who is business analyst. Then we'll also understand the roles and responsibilities of business analyst and the skills required for it. Then we'll quickly understand the roadmap and how we can transform our career from the current stage to business analyst role. So that's the overall agenda. So let's deep dive into the details of each of these points and understand more about it. Business analysis and business analyst. So before we discuss about business analyst, let's first understand what is business analysis process. So business analysis process is a practice of enabling change. So we are talking something about the change. So any situation whatever we have in the current business scenario, either you are building something from scratch, that's again a change. If you have the system in place and there are some opportunities available, then again it's a change. You have the system in place but there are some issues with it and you have to fix that, then again it's a change. So by business analysis process we are going to talk about enabling change, how we can enable the change in the system and how we can enable to make it more organized and the sequential step by step approach. First we will discuss about defining needs. So first we define the needs, that will help us to understand what needs to be changed, and then after understanding the need we start working on the recommending the solution. So based on our understanding, when we discuss about the need, we derive some solution and that's what we propose. So recommending solution is the second step, and then the solution what we are proposing, that solution should be something which is adding value for stakeholders. That is what the ultimate objective of business analysis process. And how we do business analysis. The first thing, we understand the current state. So whichever state we are following as of now to process the work, that is the current state. Now after understanding the need, what should be the future state, that is what also we will derive, and that's what will be our solution. So in brief, this is the business analysis process, and in very simple and layman term, any individual who does this business analysis job is called business analyst. We have some specific definition for business analyst. Like a business analyst is any person who performs business analysis task described in the Babok guide, no matter their job title or organizational role. So Babok guide is a reference material for business analysts. What is Babok? So there is a one institution called IIBA, International Institute for Business Analyst. So they are the authority, they are the body who provide certification courses for business analysts, and that body has published one book, and time to time they publish a different version of this book, Babok. So Babok is Business Analysis Book of Knowledge, Business Analyst Book of Knowledge. So this book has specified the guidelines which should be followed by business analyst. So this is the definition as per Babok. So Babok has defined what is the business analysis process and how many steps should be in the process, and any individual who is doing that task is called business analyst. So business analysts are responsible for discovering, synthesizing and analyzing information. So we are starting from the need. After understanding the need, we speak to the people, understand the requirement, and then after understanding the requirement, we document the requirement. After documenting, we analyze it, and then we communicate to the stakeholders, customers, discuss about the identification or the document what we have prepared, and then based on that, once you get the affirmation that our documentation and understanding is in line with the customer expectation, then we start working on proposing the solution. So that's what in brief is the business analyst job. So I hope this slide will help you to understand a business analysis process and then business analyst job. Let's understand business analyst roles and responsibilities. So business analysis is the process of evaluating an organization's need. So we are starting by understanding the need, then we identify the business problem or opportunity. So if we are developing something from scratch, then that's a need. If we have some solution in place and there is an issue, then that's a problem which we have to fix, or there can be some opportunity, some improvement ideas. So that's also a change. So by business analysis process, we are fixing organizations need, problems or opportunities, and then we find out some solution and propose that. So as per Babcock guide, we have these 6 steps which are defined, and these are the roles and responsibilities of business analyst. First one is to understand business requirement. If there is a need, and after understanding there is a need, you have to go through the existing document, you have to talk to customer, you have to talk to stakeholders. Different stakeholders are there based on the scenario where we are working upon. So you have to speak to each stakeholder and understand what is the actual business requirement, which is the expectation from the client. Once you understand the business requirement, then we start working on eliciting and gathering requirement. So we start elicitate, like you start taking out that information from them, so that we can understand in detail from each stakeholder that what is their ask. And once we gather all the requirement, then we analyze the captured requirement, and then we start documenting that requirement. How we are going to document? For documentation, we will be using process modeling. So either we can depict our understanding, our requirement understanding, in form of flowchart or BPMN or use case model, anything, whatever is suitable for that particular case, we will be using that for documentation. And after documenting that, we will be having call with the stakeholders to showcase what we have understood and what we have documented, so that uh, there is no issue of gap. So if stakeholders are fine with the documentation, we can move ahead. If they have some feedback, then we can work upon and overcome those gaps in the documentation part. Once documentation is verified by stakeholder, then we start working on validating and verifying the requirement. So that's the process when we have a call with the team, and we are verifying and validating that the requirement captured whatever we have done and depicted through the documentation process is the correct one. After that, we start working on communicating and managing requirement. So after you gather the requirement, and then you do your bit to get that verified from the stakeholder. Now that is the strategic kind of role, you have played. But until and unless someone work on these requirement to enable the change, we will not be able to proceed. To who will enable the change? So if we are talking about the software industry, then the developers are the people who will be enabling the change. If you are talking about the manufacturing industry, then the people working in the production line are the people who will be enabling the change. So industry to industry, who is going to enable the change, that may differ. But after verifying the requirement, we have to start communicating with the people who are actually going to deliver that particular task for the customer. So that's communication and managing requirement is the another role for business analyst. And then solution assessment and validation. So a team is working on those requirement and enabling the change, giving you some required output. Then you have to verify, whatever outcome is ready now, is it the one what we are looking for? Then we will be doing the solution assessment and validation. We will be having certain checklist or certain criteria predefined which we will be checking against the proposed or against the derived solution, just to make sure that we are in line with the solution what we have proposed and what customer is expecting. So these are the six different process steps defined in Babok guide for business analyst, and these are the primary roles and responsibilities of business analysts. Key skills and competencies. See, these are very self-explanatory. Like we don't have to discuss each of these skills and competencies. And if we are working in the industry, then definitely we will be having most of these already with us, and we are just uh, practicing them on a day-to-day life. So analytical thinking, communication. Communication is very critical. Why? I just want to emphasize here, because as a business analyst, you will be dealing with senior stakeholders. You will be talking to them. You might have to negotiate certain stuff. You have to deal with different kind of people. Every individual, every stakeholder has their own behavior. You might have to follow different approach while talking to them. So communication is the key. Communication is very important for business analyst role. Requirements elicitation, problem solving. Problem solving is another key skill for business analyst. Mostly if you are working as a business analyst, then the role will be individual contributor. You might be having few people reporting to you, you might not be having people reporting to you. So if you have some problem and you sit with it waiting for someone to solve, then that is not going to help you. So your approach should be always problem solving. If you have certain issue, certain blocker, certain impediment, you have to work towards to fix that. So your approach should be problem solving. Business process modeling means documenting your understanding of requirement into form of flowchart, BPMN, use case diagram, Gantt chart, or any other tools and techniques for process modeling. Technical proficiency. Whichever industry you are working upon, if you have a basic knowledge of technical stuff on that particular industry, then it will be add-on knowledge for you, which will definitely help you to drive the project in a better way, rather than not having the knowledge about the basics of those technical stuff. So it's good to have knowledge. Collaboration and interpersonal skill. Collaboration, interpersonal, you one side you are dealing with the stakeholder who are very senior people, you are talking to them, understanding. At the same time, you are capturing the requirement and you are working with the actual people who are enabling the change in software industry. For example, assume developers. So you have your role is collaboration, you are collaborating with the senior people, you are collaborating with the junior people, and interpersonal skill becomes crucial here. Organizational skill. Each and every stage, you need to make sure that your information on which you are working, whether it is discussion to stakeholder, problem statement definition, or any of the six steps whatever we have discussed earlier. So you have to organize yourself very well, so that you have that information readily available anytime anyone is asking to cross verify. You should have that handy to cross check on that. Documentation, presentation skill, negotiation and conflict resolution, continuous learning. Continuous learning is another skill what is expected from business analyst. A solution what you propose today might not be optimum solution a month after or 2 months after or 6 months after. So we are surrounded with regulations, compliance. So many policies are imposed. We have a different line of customers. Customer size is increasing. So many changes can happen over a period of time. So we have to keep learning the stuff. We have to keep analyzing the stuff, and continuous learning is the crucial thing. We have to update ourselves. We have to update the tool, and these are the primary skills and competencies which a business analyst should have. Industry demand and job opportunities. So see, this is to understand what is the scope for business analyst if you are transforming your career as a business analyst. So these days, almost all the industries are hiring business analysts because they have such opportunities with them. So how you can verify this? You go to any job portal and search for the job for business analyst, and that's what will help you to understand how many roles and job openings are there for business analyst. A lot of companies are working with digital transformation initiative, and any digital transformation initiative cannot work upon without business analyst. Data driven decision making, the process what we follow for business analyst itself is a data driven decision making. So companies are shifting towards more informed decision, and that's what another trigger to have more job openings for business analyst. AI and machine learning is another venture. If you have some knowledge on artificial intelligence and machine learning side, then that's a separate separate area for you to work as a business analyst with a specific skill set. Regulatory and compliance needs, they day to day basis, the regulators are introducing new controls, policies, and as a company we have to follow that. So maintaining any specific businesses like financial industry or healthcare industry, a lot of regulations are there. So there are business analysts are needed in these industries, to make sure that the all the initiatives managed by the team, managed by the company, are in line with the regulators. More and more companies are adopting agile and scrum methodology, and the moment they shift towards agile and scrum, it generates the need of business analysts. So these are various grounds, which are justifying that there is demand for business analyst role, specialized business analyst roles. So in some cases we have a specific skills for business analyst, and if you have that, then that's uh, good advantage for you. Like if you have knowledge like Salesforce or Microsoft Dynamics or custody tax or specific banking related. So these skill set, if you have a specific knowledge area, then those kind of business analyst roles are also there. And once you get into the career work as a business analyst, then you can improve your career by getting more certifications and professional development from IIBA, International Institute for Business Analyst. And the salary is very very competitive, in this industry. So, and the job mobility is there, means if you are working in the banking industry, and from banking industry if you have to shift towards IB, investment banking side, or retail banking side, or healthcare side. So the skill set what we use for business analyst are very very mobile. It will help you to easily shift across industry as well. So the prospect and the open job opportunities are wider for you if you are working as a business analyst. Soft skills in demand, so not only technical skills, a lot of soft skills, behavioral aspect are also in demand for business analyst. And these few things are add on, to get the boom for business analyst roles in the industry. So I hope this helps you to understand how many opportunities are coming for business analysts. Now this is the roadmap, how we can become a business analyst. So this is very very basic. I'll start with the number one, which talks about learning what exactly business analysts do. So we understand the business analysis process and then understand what a business analyst should do. Second, identify the skill you need to become business analyst. So we might be having certain skill set, we might not be having certain skill set. So that's the continuous learning process. If I believe I want to become business analyst, but I don't have problem solving approach, I have to start working towards it, and I have to upskill myself to make sure that my skills are in line with the business analyst role. That is the third point. Start learning the skill you are missing. And once we equip ourselves with that, build a portfolio to showcase your skills to employer. So we have to make a portfolio from our existing work environment to showcase that how we can justify a role of business analyst from our current experience, from our current job role, and then research the job market and understand employer expectation. You go to the job portal, search for job business analyst, and then see how many jobs are there. Open different type of business analyst roles for across different industry. Read the job description. This will help you to understand what is the expectation from business analyst, and based on all your research we can make a compelling resume with the required skill, and after that we can start applying for job. So that's how the the transformation steps, the place from where we are working in any of the job role, any of the industry now, by following this step we can transform our career as a business analyst. So as a business analyst transformation from your current role, I can also help you if you have that confidence on me, and if you want to work with me to understand more about business analyst role and understand the detail about it in a deeper way, then I can also help you with the business analyst training program, and we can discuss further. For that particular program, you can contact me, the WhatsApp number, the phone contact number, my YouTube channel, and the Instagram and Facebook page details are given here. You can follow any of these approach to reach out to me, and we can discuss in length about your current job role and how we can transform. And if you want to continue the course with me, I can help you with that. If you just want to take some information from me, you are most welcome. You can reach out to me, and I will definitely help you to best of my knowledge. I hope this video is helpful for you to understand how we can transform our career from our current role to business analyst. Thank you so much for your time and having patience to watch the video, and see you in my next video next week. Thank you so much.